Brazilian presidential frontrunner Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has published an open letter to the country's evangelicals, as he seeks to chip away at far-right President Jair Bolsonaro's base in advance of a second round of voting in tightly contested elections. The letter, read at a gathering with evangelical leaders at a São Paulo hotel on Wednesday, promised that Lula would respect religious freedoms if elected, as he did during his 2003 to 2010 presidency. "We are living at a time in which lies are used intensively with the objective of stoking fear in people of good faith, pushing them away from a candidacy that is defending them more," the letter said. "That is why I felt a need to reaffirm my commitment to freedom of religion in our country." Brazilians will go back to the polls in less than 2 weeks, after a first round of voting on October 2nd saw Lula beat Bolsonaro but fall short of what he needed to avoid a second round. Lula continues to hold a lead over Bolsonaro before the October 30th vote, but Brazilian opinion polls have underestimated popular support for the far-right leader, who gets much of his backing from evangelicals and other conservatives. Self-declared evangelicals make up almost a third of Brazil's population, more than double their share 2 decades ago. Demographer José Eustáquio Diniz Alves, a former researcher at the National School of Statistical Sciences, projects they will approach 40% by 2032, surpassing Catholics. Some of Brazil's most popular evangelical pastors have campaigned for Bolsonaro, as they did 4 years ago when they helped carry him to victory. And about 65% of evangelicals back Bolsonaro, compared with 31% for Lula, according to the latest poll from Datafolha, released on Friday. Polls indicate that Catholics, meanwhile, largely support da Silva, who is Catholic himself. In the run-up to this year's vote, Lula has faced a smear campaign from Bolsonaro backers accusing him of plotting to close churches if elected. He also has come under attack from Bolsonaro's camp over abortion, after saying in April it should be a right, then backtracking in the face of widespread backlash in the South American country. "Everyone knows there was never the slightest risk to churches when I was president. On the contrary," Lula said in Wednesday's letter, "my government will in no way act against religious freedom." On the subject of abortion, which is opposed by more than 70% of Brazilians in most circumstances, Lula also sought to assuage fears. "To me, life is sacred, the work of God the Creator, and my commitment always has been and will be to protect it," he wrote, adding